Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with our third unit, which is titled What Will Be, Will Be. Our lesson today is a reading lesson in your books, page 40 and 41. All you need for the lesson today is your books on the reading lesson, page 40 and 41, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So, let's start with the conversation lesson that we've taken yesterday on page 39. We have spoken about, it was about a reporter who had made an interview with an engineer, speaking about the main idea was about describing future intelligent buildings. So, I wanted to come up with an answer for this question. What are some features of the intelligent house? Whenever we are trying to describe a future home or a future building, we will say it's intelligent, it's smart. What do we mean by smart building, intelligent building? There are some features that the engineer reported or told us about. The idea of fingerprint recognition. Also, the idea of having a robot within the house that will do the washing, the housework for you. And the idea that everything will be activated and will work the moment that you get into your house. By the very end of the conversation, the reporter showed interest with the robot. Why do you think so? I believe that he would like someone to take the burden from him because the robot will do the washing, the dishing, the washing, the cleaning of the house. So the robot is going to help within the house chores. How about you? Would you like the idea of having your own robot? For me, I would say yes. I would love to have a robot to do the housework for me. Okay. Which function of the smart building did you like the most? Try to remember them one by one, and I want you to choose one of these to be your favorite, the thing that you want to add to your house. Is it fingerprint recognition? Whenever you will put and stamp, and it will recognize that you are there. Is it the idea of climate control system? I am in this room or at this specific time, so the air conditioner, the heating is going to be activated. Or is it smart refrigerator? I can call my own refrigerator. I don't have to do a grocery list. It will tell me, the refrigerator will tell me what is missing and what I need to get. Or is it the robot idea? Do you like to have a robot in your house? Just choose any one of these and justify. Tell me why would you like this rather than that. Okay, here. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to read an article. You will be able to use some new vocabulary and answer some questions on the reading text. So we're going to read for specific and for general idea. Okay, so let's look at in this picture. I want you to give me an answer. What is this one? Look carefully at the picture and tell, what is it? It is a letter, if you can see in here, within a bottle. So a glass bottle, and inside it we have a letter or a message. Who do you think is it from? Who do you think it's from? For me, I think it is from someone who lost his way. Maybe I will say that it is from someone from the past. They sent it to us in the future. What is inside the bottle? Let's look into here. Carefully look, and you will find that there is a letter in there. The idea of sending letters is an interesting topic or an interesting idea. Expressing, communicating with other people who you have never met in here. Now I want you to look into these pictures on page 40. What is the title for our reading today? The reading is about the Tulsa time capsule. Do you have an idea what Tulsa is? Tulsa is the name of a city, and this city is in Oklahoma in the United States. So we're going to speak about the Tulsa time capsule, a time capsule by the Tulsa city. How many paragraphs? Check your books on page 40. How many paragraphs do we have? We've got 5 paragraphs actually. And let's look at these 2 pictures, the pictures that we've got. These are pictures for, it is titled here, the Plymouth Belvedere. It is a car. And by the way, it is the very same car. It is the same car, the old one. And when it was brand new, then later in the future. So we started with the brand new car, then we will end up how it turned to after years and years. Which one is the longest paragraph? The long paragraph, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? I guess it's paragraph number 4. It is the longest. And which one is the shortest? The shortest paragraph, you can notice, it's paragraph, the concluding paragraph, which is paragraph 5. Okay, now, before we start reading, I want you to go through the whole text and try to scan for information. The first one I want you to find numbers, 1, 2, 10, whatever the number is. Try to scan the whole text for numbers. For me, I have found 1957, $2.73, 2007, 6, 19, and I have found also number 70. Any other numbers? You can come up with any number that you come across. Also, I want you to come up with names. A name will start in capital. What are the names? We've got here Tulsa, the name of the city, Oklahoma, Plymouth, Denver, Henry, and we're having also Jean. These are names. The idea of scanning, don't read, just scan the whole thing and find names, numbers, maybe nouns or verbs. Okay, so these they are. Now, let's go over the paragraphs one by one, and this time all you will do, not specific information, the main idea. What is the paragraph about? Is the paragraph trying to describe the car? Is it trying to describe the city, or what is it? You will find headings on the top of page 40, and there you can match each paragraph with the suitable title. So let's listen first to the first paragraph.
A crowd of people gathered outside the courthouse in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in June 1957, to witness the burial of an unusual time capsule, a brand new gold and white Plymouth Belvedere car. The city leaders explained, in exactly 50 years' time, this car will be unearthed to show the world who we were and how we lived in Tulsa in 1957.
So, what is the main idea? You can find on the top 5 titles. Choose the suitable one for paragraph number 1. And here we can say it is about the burial of a car. The idea of burying a car. So in Tulsa, they said that we are going to earth. Earth is to bury. To earth or to bury a car in 1957. And later, in 2007, we're going to unearth it. Why was that? They wanted to send a message to the future people of Tulsa. This is how we lived years ago. This is how we lived. So it is just like a time capsule that we are sending information to the future. We might not live in 2007. However, we are sending a message. This is how we lived in Tulsa in 1957. Now let's check from the word, the first sentence, to witness the burial of an unusual time capsule, a brand new gold and white Plymouth Belvedere car. So from this sentence, you can notice that the main idea is about the burial of a car. Now let's check the second paragraph in here. I want you to listen and come up with what is the main idea of this paragraph.
The automobile contained a flag, a city phone directory, an unpaid parking ticket, and the contents of a woman's purse, bobby pins, a lady's powder compact, a plastic rain cap, several combs, a tube of lipstick, a pack of gum, a wad of tissues, $2.73 in bills and coins. 5 gallons of gas were also included, in case the combustion engine became obsolete by 2007 and no fuel was available.
So in here, the main idea of this paragraph is about what was within this time capsule. The car, they added things to that car. Not only the car, they added many things. They added a lady's purse and all the makeup and the things within it, and bobby pins, a car parking ticket, and many things. You can read the whole paragraph or the first 2 sentences, the things that are there. And there is a justification for the gas, 5 gallons of gas, because they wanted the car to work and they can start the car in case in 2007 the engine or the machine within the Plymouth is obsolete. It is not available in 2007. So they deeply thought about it. So the main idea of the second paragraph in here is about what the car contained, what was within the car. I could find this one from the automobile contained a flag, an unpaid, a city phone directory, unpaid parking ticket. So what are the items that they were added to the time capsule? Okay, the following paragraph, number 3. Let's listen, and what is the main idea?
The event attracted all sorts of people to Denver Avenue that day in 1957. Some thought that the idea of burying a new car was dumb, others thought it was brilliant. Raffle tickets for the car were sold. The person to guess the approximate population of Tulsa in 2007 would win. "I'll never be alive," said Teddy Baxter, aged 6. "Sure you will," answered his brother Henry, who was 19. "I might not beat, but you'll be around for sure." Gene McDaniel, who was 20 at the time, thought, "In 2007, I'll be 70. I'll never make it."
Okay, so in here, they are telling us about the day they unearthed or buried the car. We're having many people gathered here, many people gathered. Some people thought that this one is a great idea. Others said it's a dumb, this is a silly idea. Why would you do such a thing? And there was a contest, there was a game. What was? Raffle tickets, which they are going to sell the tickets. Maybe you will pay $1 or $2 for a ticket, then behind you will record your name, and everyone is making a guess about the approximate around how many people are going to live in Tulsa in 2007 when they will open the unearth the car. So and the winner is the one who is the closest to the number. Okay, so the main idea of this paragraph is about the idea of everyone came to the event. Everyone gathered. Everyone came to the event. I could find this one from the event attracted all sorts of people to Denver Avenue that day in 1957. All sort, everyone, all kinds of people, young and old, poor and rich people, all sorts of people. Now the following paragraph in here, I want you to listen to the 4th paragraph and tell me what is the main idea of this paragraph.
The Plymouth was wrapped in protective materials and lowered into a concrete vault, which was supposed to withstand even a nuclear attack. It lay there for 50 years. On June 13, 2007, the vault was opened, and the car was raised as thousands of people watched. The organizer of the event said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I present you Miss Belvedere." Unfortunately, the tomb was unable to protect the car from moisture, and the vintage vehicle was covered in rust. The contents of a typical woman's handbag in the glove compartment looked like a lump of rotted leather. The microfilm that recorded the names of the contestants wasn't found. There was a bit of disappointment that the items were not in better condition. However, some items inside the time capsule were in good shape. They included a U.S. flag and some historical documents, such as aerial maps of the city and postcards.
Okay, so in here we're speaking about what happened in 2007. They unearthed the car. They brought it up in 2007, and what happened? Some of the items were ruined. No one found them, or maybe they were ruined, and others were in a good shape, which are anything that is paper, it was in a good shape. How about the car? How did it look like? It was all covered in rust. It was all covered in rust. It was very old. Maybe water leaked within the tomb or within the vault. Okay, so the main idea is about 50 years later. What happened in 2007? 50 years later. I could find the answer from on June 13th, 2007, the vault was opened and the car was raised as thousands of people watched. So what happened 50 years later? And so I have told you it was all covered in rust, and the items within it, some of them survived, like the paper and the flag. However, the others, they were all rotten, ruined. They couldn't make it with water. Now the following paragraph, number 5 in here, the concluding paragraph. Let's listen what happened.
The good news is that when the Belvedere was unearthed, Teddy and Jean were still alive. They never thought they would be here to see it happen. Someone present said, "It's our King Tut's tomb. It's like a fairy tale."
So, in here, if you still remember Teddy and Jean, our friends from the previous paragraph, paragraph 3, we're having 3 characters. 2 of them were alive in 2007. One of them told us that I will never make it. I will die by 2007. However, they made it. So the good news is that some of them made it. It was just like a fairy tale, an unbelievable story. So the 5th paragraph is about they lived to see it. It's about they lived to see it. How could I find this? From Teddy and Jean were still alive. They never thought they would be here to see it happen. So, fortunately, luckily, they lived to see the unearthing, or when they brought up the car. Okay, now let's try to do these words here together in paragraph number 1. We said a crowd of people gathered outside the courthouse in Tulsa, Oklahoma in June 1957. What do we mean by gather? They all gather in one place, like to come together. Then, to witness. The sentence was, a crowd of people gathered. Why? To witness the burial of an unusual time capsule. I want to witness. I want to see the event. They came together to see something. Then we're having bobby pins in paragraph number 2. What did we say? We're having there is a bobby pin within the car. A bobby pin, from the picture you can say that it is a pin that we will put within the hair. Next in here, obsolete. What is obsolete? They said 5 gallons of gas were also included in case the combustion engine became obsolete by 2007 and no fuel was available. Which is obsolete? Obsolete it means like old, outdated, and very old. Like things that we're having today, in the future they will become obsolete. They will not exist. Just like the idea of DVD player, when I told you, DVD players are going to be outdated in the future. No one is going to use them. Vault. They said the Plymouth was lowered into a concrete vault, which was supposed to withstand even a nuclear attack. Concrete vault, which means a safe place, which is like the tomb, a place that is a safe place. Withstand, again, the Plymouth was lowered into a concrete vault, which was supposed to withstand a nuclear attack. It can, if we have a nuclear attack, an explosion, it will survive and will make it through. So to withstand is to resist and survive. It will be strong enough that it will go through that thing. Okay? Okay. Now after reading the passage, I want to ask you a question. The Tulsa people chose the car. How about you? If you had the chance to make a time capsule, what will you choose to be your time capsule? The Tulsa people chose to have a car. What is going to be your container or your time capsule? For me, I will choose, it will be a wooden box that I will put my items in. You can choose to have a letter to just write things. For some people, they will say a jar or a glass jar that it will withstand things, or it will be able to withstand high temperatures. Choose any one, it will be very suitable. And it is based on your choice, your choice of the items that you will add to that one, to the time capsule. Okay? For your homework, I want you to think about this one. Have you ever had or read about a hidden treasure? The idea of hidden treasure. When was it hidden and what did people find? Speak about the idea of finding or a story about a hidden treasure. What was hidden and who found it? Tell me in 2 or 3 sentences about the story of a hidden treasure. Just write 2 to 3 sentences. Okay? I guess that is it for the lesson today.